Question number 1, I've got the absolute value of 4n minus 15 is equal to the absolute value of n. So my two equations are going to be 4n minus 15 is equal to positive n, and 4n minus 15 is equal to the opposite of n, which is negative n. Now, on the left-hand side, I'm going to minus 4n from both sides. That gives me negative 15 is equal to negative 3n. Divide both sides by negative 3. I get n is equal to positive 5. On the right-hand side, I'm going to minus 4n from both sides. That gives me negative 15 is equal to negative 5n. Divide by negative 5 on both sides. I get n is equal to positive 3. Then you want to make sure that you check it. So if we plug in 5 here, this would be 4 times 5, which is 20. 20 minus 15 is 5. The absolute value of 5 is 5. The absolute value of 5 is 5. So it works for the first one. The second one, 4 times 3 is 12. 12 minus 15 is negative 3. Absolute value of negative 3 is positive 3. Absolute value of 3 is positive 3. So we get 3 equals 3. And we checked it, and that's how we know those are the solutions. Let's check the next one. Question number 36. I've got the absolute value of 2c plus 8 is equal to the absolute value of 10c. My two equations are going to be 2c plus 8 is equal to 10c, and 2c plus 8 is equal to the opposite of 10c, which is going to be negative 10c. Over here on the left, I'm going to minus 2c from both sides. That's going to give me 8 is equal to 8c. Divide both sides by 8. I get c is equal to 1. Over here on the right, I'm going to add 10c to both sides. That gives me 12c plus 8 is equal to nothing. Minus 8 from both sides, that gives me 12c is equal to negative 8. Divide both sides by 12. I get c is equal to negative 8/12, which we can simplify into negative 4/6, which can simplify into negative 2/3. Now let's check these. So if we plug 1 in, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 plus 8 is 10. So we get 10 on the left side. 10 times 1 is 10. Absolute value of 10 is 10. So we know that this is a solution. Negative 2/3. So if I have negative 2/3, and I'm going to times that by 2, which gives me negative 4/3, and if I add 8 to that, I end up with 20/3. Now, 10 times negative 2/3, negative 2/3 times 10 is going to give me negative 20/3. The absolute value of negative 20/3 is 20/3. So that's how you do the first two. Number 37, I'm going to have the absolute value of 2b minus 9 is equal to the absolute value of b minus 6. My first equation is going to be 2b minus 9 is equal to b minus 6. And now I'm going to have 2b minus 9 is equal to the opposite of b minus 6. Let's go over on the left and look. I'm going to start out by minusing b. That gives me b minus 9 is now equal to negative 6. I'm going to add 9 to both sides. b is equal to 3. On the right-hand side, 2b minus 9 is equal to the opposite of everything in here. So the opposite of b is negative b, and the opposite of minus 6 is plus 6. So now, let's add b to both sides. That gives me 3b minus 9 is equal to 6. add 9 to both sides. 3b equals 15. Divide by 3, I get b equals 5. Now let's check to make sure it makes sense. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 minus 9 is 1. The absolute value of 1 is 1. 5 minus 6 is negative 1. The absolute value of negative 1 is 1. So we get 1 equals 1. When we check 5, now let's check 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 minus 9 is negative 3. The absolute value of negative 3 is positive 3. 3 minus 6 is negative 3. The absolute value of negative 3 is positive 3. So that's how you do 37. Let me clean this up and we'll do 38. On 38, I've got the absolute value of 3k Alright, I've got the absolute value of 3k minus 2 is equal to 2 absolute value of k minus 2, k plus 2. There we go. So now my first equation is going to be 3k minus 2 is equal to 2 parentheses k plus 2. Close the parentheses. Our second equation is going to be 3k minus 2 is going to be equal to the opposite. So we're going to do negative 2 parentheses k plus 2. Alright, let's start on this first one. This is going to be 3k minus 2 is equal to 2 times k, which is 2k, 2 times 2, which is plus 4. Let's say we minus 2k from both sides. That's going to give me k minus 2 is equal to 4. Add 2 to both sides. This first equation, we should get k is equal to 6. On the bottom equation, we're going to have 3k minus 2 is equal to, distributing negative 2. Negative 2 times k is negative 2k. Negative 2 times positive 2 is negative 4. I'm going to add 2k to both sides. That gives me 5k minus 2 is equal to negative 4. Add 2 to both sides. I get 5k is going to be equal to negative 2. Divide both sides by 5. I get k is equal to negative 2/5, which is negative 0.4. Let's check these solutions to see if they work. K equals 6. We would have 3 times 6, which is 18. 18 minus 2, which is 16. Now we have 6 plus 2, which is 8. Absolute value of 8 is 8 times 2 is 16. So it works for the first one. Negative 0.4 is going to be a little bit harder. 3 times, and I'm just going to use a calculator for this, 3 times negative 0.4 equals negative 1.2 minus 2 equals negative 3.2. So I'm just going to write this over here so I don't forget. Negative 3.2, and then we're going to check here. So I've got negative 0.4 plus 2 gives me a positive 1.6, and then times that by 2, I get 3.2. Oh, and I forgot this is absolute value, so this should be 3.2 is equal to 3.2. And that's how you would do the check on 38. Problem number 41, I'm going to have the absolute value of 3h plus 1 is equal to 7h. So I'm going to have 3h plus 1 is equal to 7h, and I'm going to have 3h plus 1 is equal to the opposite of 7h, which is negative 7h. Now what I'm going to do is minus 3h on both sides here. That gives me 1 is equal to 4h. Divide both sides by 4. H is equal to a quarter. Alright, on this side, if I minus, let's minus 3h from both sides. That's going to give me 1 is equal to negative 10h. Divide both sides by negative 10. And I'm going to get h is equal to a negative 1/10. All right, so if I go to check this, I've got 3 times a quarter plus 1 is going to give me, so I'm testing this, I get 1.75. And if I take a quarter, 0.25, and I times it by 7, I'm going to get 1.75. So I know that the first one works. The second one is not going to be a solution, and let's talk about why this is not going to be a solution. If this was a solution and we were to plug this in, we would have 3 times negative 1/10, which would give you 3/10, plus 1, which would be 1 3/10. Over here, let's see, what did we just say? 1/10, negative 1/10 times 3 is negative 3/10 plus 1. Oh, let me do that again. Negative 3/10 negative 3/10 plus 1 gives us 7/10. So you're going to get 7/10 on the left side. And if you do negative 1/10 times 7, you'd get negative 7/10. Can these equal each other? The answer is no, they don't equal each other. And so we know that that one is not a solution. The other way that you can identify is that the absolute value is always going to equal something positive. And if you were going to multiply this by negative 1/10, this is going to end up being negative. So they will not equal, right? Your absolute value always has to give you a positive. And if it gives you a negative, it's not going to be a solution. So this one just has one solution, which is 1/4. Let me clean this up and we'll dive into 43. 43 is going to give us the absolute value of f minus 6 is equal to the absolute value of f plus 8. So this is going to be f minus 6 is equal to f plus 8 as one equation. The other equation is going to be f minus 6 is equal to the opposite of f plus 8. All right, on the left-hand side, if I minus f from both sides, I would get negative 6 equals 8. And that tells us that this is not going to give us a solution. Not giving us a solution. Over here you'd have f minus 6 is equal to the opposite of f, which is negative f, and the opposite of plus 8, which is minus 8. Now to get rid of this minus f, I'm going to add an f to both sides. That gives me negative 6. Oops. Let me erase that. That's going to give me 2f. 2f minus 6 is equal to negative 8. Now we're going to add 6 to both sides. That's going to give me 2f is equal to negative 2. Divide both sides by 2. F equals negative 1. Now we can check this by plugging it in, right? Negative 1 minus 6 is negative 7. The absolute value of negative 7 is positive 7. Negative 1 plus 8 is positive 7. The absolute value of positive 7 is 7. So we get 7 equals 7. So we know that negative 1 is the solution. All right, last two problems. Rather, the last question. So this one we just did. So we're just down here. So we got absolute value of 3x minus 4. Close it. Is equal to 3x minus 5. So we're going to have 3x minus 4 equals 3x minus 5. And then we're going to have 3x minus 4 is equal to the opposite of 3x x minus 5. Alright, on the left-hand side, let's say I minus 3x from both sides. I get negative 4 is equal to negative 5. And this is not true, so this is not going to give us a solution. Not giving a solution. Over here we're going to have 3x minus 4 equals negative 3x plus 5. Let's add 3x to both sides. That gives us 6x minus 4 is now equal to 5. Let's add 4 to both sides. That's going to give us 6x is equal to 9. Divide both sides by 6. X is equal to 1 and 3/6, which is a half. Now let's check this to make sure it works. So we've got 3 times 1 1/2. 3 times 1.5 is 4 1/2 minus 4. We get 0.5 on the left-hand side. And now 3 times 1 1/2 is 4.5 minus 5 is going to give us negative 0.5, and the absolute value of negative 0.5 is going to be 0.5. So that's how we know that this is a solution. All right, guys, hope that helps. Good luck.